In today's video, we'll learn all you need to know about doing sun salutations in your periods, when to do them, when to avoid them, why to avoid in certain times, how to do them when you are doing, can you do 108 sun salutations or sun salutations as cardio in your periods, what day of your periods can you start sun salutations, and what are the other options instead of sun salutations that you can do, and how do sun salutations benefit you during your periods. So if you are interested in all of that, let's get started. Namaste and welcome to Fit and Calm. I'm Kushpinder, and at Fit and Calm we bring you authentic knowledge of yoga to help you stay healthy and happy. We have a special interest in women, so we do create a lot of content for women in special phases of their life. And if this is something that interests you, you can subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified every time new videos are out. Now, coming to the main question, should you practice sun salutations in your periods? The answer is both a yes and a no. You can practice it at some times and you should not practice it at some times. Before we go into when to practice, we should ask ourselves first, because everyone's cycle is very different. In fact, every day of your cycle would be very different. Some days might be very painful and you might not be able to even get out of bed, and some days it might be very easy breezy. You can just go about your day as normal, and for some people it's very painful throughout, and for some it's very easy throughout. So you need to ask yourself on a day-to-day basis how you feel. When should you avoid sun salutations? Number one, if you have heavy bleeding. Number two, if there's a lot of cramping. Number three, if there is a lot of pain. In these situations, you do not practice sun salutations. If this happens throughout your period, avoid them throughout. If this happens only on the first 2 days, let's say, avoid sun salutations on those first 2 days. Next question is, when can you practice Surya Namaskars? So on the days when you have normal to low bleeding, on the days when you don't have a lot of pain, you can go ahead and practice sun salutations, but how to do them, we'll get to that next. So on the days where you don't have much pain and you feel relatively okay, you can practice. Coming to the next question of how do you practice sun salutations? So when you practice sun salutations, even on the days when you don't have a lot of bleeding or a lot of pain, you do them in a slow manner. You respect your body and then you do it. You don't do them as a cardio. You don't do 108 or a lot of sun salutations just as a means to get your heart rate up. Menstruation is a time for you to honor your own wisdom, to listen to your own body. You're more sensitive and more aware during your periods. So it's a time to be gentle and to be nurturing, to help your body heal and care for your body. Show a little love for your body, a little TLC. Why should you avoid sun salutations during the times when you are in pain, when you are cramping? There are two reasons for it. One is that there is a lot of strain on your abdominopelvic cavity already, and intense sun salutation practice can cause even more contraction and pressure in that area, which can lead to more pain, maybe even heavier bleeding. So we don't want that to happen, so we avoid. The second reason is the energy of your body. So your energy is not very high, you're not at the peak of your strength during your periods, because your entire energy is directed towards getting the unfertilized egg, the uterus lining, out of you. In yoga, this is known as the apana prana. So your energy goes from your Manipur chakra down towards your Muladhara chakra, which is basically from your navel towards your cervix. And we don't want to hinder that flow as well. So the energy is already being channelized to do something. If you place a lot of energy demands on your body might not be able to do that completely, and you will also not be in the best of energy to do everything together. So it's a good time to do medium, mild activities, light yoga, light practices, but not very, very heavy practices, not a lot of cardio like sun salutations. Before we move on to the next point, I want to know if you have personally practiced sun salutations during your periods and how have you felt after that. And if you don't practice Surya Namaskars during your periods, why don't you do them and what do you practice instead? Your comments help us gain deeper insight into the topic, and we would really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below. And if you've liked all the points so far, leave a thumbs up and subscribe in case you have not done that yet. Coming to the next question, what day of my period can I start sun salutation? The answer to that is that you can start when your flow gets towards normal or the lower side. So let's say my period lasts 5 days. The first 2 days of my period are heavy bleeding, I have pain, I have cramping. I don't do sun salutations on the first 2 days. The third day onwards, my period starts, my flow becomes normal to low, I don't have a lot of pain. I can start sun salutations from the third day onwards. I can do them very, very slowly and mindfully. Towards the end, you will be feeling like you can do more sun salutations, so you can add more rounds to that as well. Now, if your period is normal throughout, you can get started from day 1. And if you have a very, very intense period, I would suggest not to do. So it's up to you what day you want to pick up, but take it one day at a time and ask yourself, honor the wisdom of your own body. Ask yourself, do I feel ready to do or not? And even when you are doing, do them very mindfully, do them gently, do them slowly. Our next question is, what type of Surya Namaskar can I practice during my periods? So mainly there are 3 types of Surya Namaskars that I've seen people practicing: the Hatha 12-step sun salutation, then the sun salutation A and B. I usually like to practice the slow type of Hatha sun salutations during my periods. I rarely ever do Surya Namaskar A or B during my periods, and that too like towards the very last days I would pick up Hatha sun salutations. If I'm doing sun salutation A and B, I'll probably do few rounds of A but very, very slowly, and instead of doing Chaturanga or up dog, I would just change it to Chaturanga on knees or just a plank on knees, and I would change it to Bhujangasana instead of the upward dog. I wouldn't do too many of sun salutation B. You can do it a little slower mindfully, maybe not go into a very deep Utkatasana if you are doing sun salutation B. So it's totally up to you, but even if you are doing A and B, that's totally okay. Do it slowly and mindfully, going only to that point into the pose that you feel your body is still feeling a little energetic. Next, coming to the benefits of doing a slow sun salutation practice. Number 1, it gives a light massage to the abdominopelvic cavity, which can actually help move the blood a little better. Number 2, it can help relieve some congestion and heaviness around that area. Number 4, it can reduce the stress hormone, which is cortisol, which can increase because of exertion in your periods. So you might feel a little stressed out during your periods, and that will in turn help improve your mood. And to top it all off, there are a lot of good hormones that are secreted when you do medium-paced activities like sun salutations. There are hormones that are produced like serotonin, dopamine, and a lot of good hormones are produced which can reduce the period blues. If you're feeling a little gloomy, it can take that away and you'll feel good and open in your body and in your mind as well. But is it only Surya Namaskars that can give you this benefit? No. Any mild to moderate activity can give you that. That brings us to the question, what are the other options instead of sun salutations? There are a lot of other things that you can do. You can do gentle forward folds, you can do gentle back bends, you can do gentle twists. Any asanas that are gentle hip openers are very, very good. They help you reduce the pain. We've done an entire series on yoga during periods. There are 3 videos. The day 1 video is in fact just lying down in bed. Even if you don't want to get out of bed, there are asanas that will help reduce the cramps even when you are in immense pain. Then the day 2 is gentle forward folds. Day 3, the pace picks up a little bit. There is also a practice for mudras that can be done even when you are in a lot of pain. So check that out and practice, and also let us know how it is for you. Many women have found that very, very helpful. And along with that, you can add sun salutations if your body asks for it. But you don't necessarily need to put sun salutations. What asanas you can do and cannot do, you can check out in a video here, and check out this entire playlist as well. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and we would be happy to answer them for you. We'll see you soon. May you stay fit and calm.